No Man's Sky just released update 4.7, the Adrift update, and while it is mostly just an expedition, it's not one you will want to miss. The concept of the Adrift expedition is a really cool one to explore. When No Man's Sky first released, it was very much a solo adventure, and in many ways it still is. But the Adrift expedition takes it to the next level by removing all NPC alien life. No shops, an empty spooky anomaly, and just you, surviving and exploring alone. Within the expedition, every system will be abandoned. This even means no starships flying around. If you want a ship, you're going to have to salvage a crashed one. If you want resources, you're going to have to farm them. They have even tweaked hostile mobs like the xenomorph-esque creatures found at abandoned buildings to be far more widespread. I'm really looking forward to sinking my teeth into this one. It's going to run for 7 weeks and is ready to go now. The rewards are pretty great, however one of them is a little too good. There are 3 new posters sporting a retro aesthetic. Starship wreckage base parts which are very cool. I didn't even know I wanted these, but it really opens up options for many builds and they aren't something we could come close to before. A scuttler companion pet is a grotesquely cute little alien, like the ones that burst out of sacks in derelict freighters. A ship of the damned frigate to add to your fleet. This is super in theme with the expedition and looks very cool. An iron vulture, which is an offshoot of the hauler described as a high capacity hauler. Though while described as such, I'm not seeing any other way to obtain these special parts. It appears to be a unique expedition-only ship, similar to the Golden Vector. The Vulture can however be scrapped for its unique parts, and those parts can be seen already in the Customisation catalogue, but how this will work is not quite clear. Normally when scrapping a ship for parts you select which specific part you want, meaning you can only choose one part of the Vulture to obtain as a part, and unless there are ways to get as many as you like, it's extremely limited. You will of course be able to get at least 2 vultures per save, maybe 3, provided you run the expedition on that save, using the copy ship feature, so we'll see how that pans out. And then, the bit that's a bit too good to lock behind a time-sensitive event, Starship Stealth Paint. This stealth paint looks very cool and will be the favourite for many players, allowing for beautifully textured blacks. But it's a reward from the expedition. I'm really hopeful that this or a different version of it will be added later or available to earn later without a time constraint. It just feels too good to miss if you couldn't take part right now or in the inevitable Redux. Last year's Redux included the community's favourite expedition with the most favoured rewards from previous expeditions, so it's possible that there will always be another chance, and many games hide very sought after customizations behind time sensitive events, so maybe my perspective is skewed a little. Regardless, it's really cool, so if you want it, be sure to complete the Adrift expedition and guarantee it. The one thing that has been added to the base game in a non-time sensitive manner is the Ironclad paint type, or at least that's how it appears. I cannot confirm right away as I don't have hauler parts to hand. This paint type is the same as featured on the Vulture hauler in the expedition, so as well as the basic metallic and matte paint finishes, you can now also find the Ironclad. It's possible the Ironclad fills the gap in the much sought after black paint option. If it does, and whether it's a good alternative for the stealth, I'll add to the pinned comment. While primarily just an expedition, it is a very interesting expedition in concept, and this update is a taster before the big summer update. With work on Light No Fire being surely focused heavily at Hello Games, many were concerned that No Man's Sky would be at the very least slowing down, but in the official release article for Adrift, it is made very clear that much more for No Man's Sky is yet to come this year, so the big yearly update around July or August is still quite likely. As for a guide for this expedition, I'll know what level of guide, be it general tips or step-by-step, is warranted once I've played it and whether there is interest. I've put up a poll that I'll link below asking what type you prefer, so be sure to let me know if you have a preference.